Are you sa-
Right out of the gate, the judge gets straight to the heart of it, making sure the defendant, Justin Starky, is willingly on board with his attorney. This isn't small talk. It's the legal system double-checking that any plea made today can't later be blamed on confusion or coercion.
satisfied?
You heard that right. Throw or expel urine. That's an actual felony under Wisconsin law. It's called prisoner throwing or expelling bodily substances, a serious charge that reflects how even behind bars, assaults carry criminal weight. Think of it as the legal system saying, you don't get a free pass on violence, even in custody.
And happy with your attorney?
Yes.
Mr. Keene, may the court use the probable cause section of the criminal complaint to find a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Starky, are you admitting here today that you in fact did batter or injure a law enforcement officer
That's what I've heard.
and you didn't have consent to do so?
No.
And are you admitting here today that you in fact did throw or expel urine at a corrections deputy
Yes.
and you didn't have consent to do so?
No, I did not.
All right. Do you have any questions for the court or for your attorney before I proceed?
I do not.
Okay. Mr. Keene, did you go over the facts alleged in the criminal complaint with Mr. Starky?
Yes, Your Honor. Went through all four of them, and more recently,
Notice the calm tone here. Everyone's composed, polite, almost routine. But beneath that quiet formality, Starky's admitting to violent crimes against officers. It's the eerie calm that often precedes the storm of sentencing.
24 CF 91 and CF 109, along with, we reviewed them on the 4th as well.
All right. And did you go over what the state would have to prove, those elements as they apply to the facts,
Yes, Your Honor.
or as the facts apply to the elements actually? Did you also go over his constitutional rights and what it means by waiving his rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you go over the strengths and the weaknesses of the cases with Mr. Starky?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you believe he's entering his pleas freely and intelligently and voluntarily here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you believe he's entering his pleas competently here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any concerns about your client entering his pleas here today?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Starky, one last time, do you have any questions before we proceed and before I have you enter pleas today?
No, I do not. I do not have any questions.
Then as to count 1 in 24 CF 91, battery to a law enforcement officer, and H felony, how do you?
And just like that, the plea is locked in. The charges are clear, the guilt is established, and sentencing now looms. But what will happen when the victims finally speak? Stay with me. This next part hits hard.
Wish to plead?
Guilty.
As to count 1 in 24 CF 109, prisoner throwing or expelling bodily substances, an I felony, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
The court will find your pleas of guilt are done knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. I'm going to find that you understand your constitutional rights and what it means to waive and give up those rights. I'm going to find a factual basis to accept your pleas of guilt. Based on that, I will find you guilty of those 2 charges. The remaining charges in those cases and the other 2 open cases will be dismissed and read in for purposes of sentencing. A judgment of conviction will be entered today. The court will order a pre-sentence investigation report, long form. Agent does not need to appear, but should be readily available by telephone in case questions arise. The court is again revoking bond. We have set sentencing, and that will remain on the calendar as already previously set. Anything else we need to address here today, Mr. Schmidt?
No.
Mr. Keene?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Then he may be sent back to Polk County so he can face his revocation there and whatever's going to happen there. And then once we determine what's going to happen there, we'll figure out sentencing and how that'll come into play. All right? All right.
That's great. That's good. Understand that. Okay.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
We will go on the record in the matters 24 CF 91, 24 CF 109, State of Wisconsin versus Justin Starky. The state appears through District Attorney Kevin Schmidt in person. We have Mr. Starky appearing in person in custody with counsel Glenn Keene. We're set today in this matter for the sentencing portion of these cases. Mr. Starky pled guilty on March 7th, 2025 to two felony counts, one battery or threat to a law enforcement officer, and one count of, I believe it was prisoner throwing or expelling bodily substances, an I felony. The court ordered a pre-sentence investigation report. The court has received and reviewed the report. And in my review, even though I don't have as much detailed information as the counsels, the attorneys, I did not find anything that jumped out to me as being a material error or a fact that needs to be corrected. Mr. Schmidt, did you receive a copy of the PSI?
I did.
Any material facts or corrections to state on the record?
Not a correction per se, but he did get revoked in his Polk case and they just haven't done the sentencing yet.
All right. And do you know if that matter is currently scheduled for sentencing?
It was scheduled for sentencing yesterday.
Here comes the moment that changes everything. The victim impact statement. This is where legal proceedings turn human. We're about to hear, in her own words, the pain behind the paperwork.
But Mr. Starky didn't have an attorney. I didn't see when they pushed it out to.
All right.
Yeah, I can answer that. Scheduled for the 6th, and I work with the public defender because they'd appointed me, but I hadn't got the appointment, so I'll be representing him in that as well.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. And we are in victims' rights compliance, correct?
Yes.
Ms. Bauer, Victims' Rights Coordinator, are we going to have any victim impact statements today?
Yes, you are.
How many?
One.
Just one? Mr. Keene, did you receive a copy of that PSI report?
Yes, Your Honor, and I'm not noting any material errors either.
Okay, and did you go over that report with Mr. Starky?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you thoroughly go over it with him?
I had a limited time because we had a phone disconnection, but I went over the main points and the recommendations.
All right, and so you went over the bulk of the main information to ensure that he can review if there are any errors?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. We will begin with the victim impact statement. The victim may come forward, have a seat at the black bench. Victim may state their name if they wish, or simply the initials. Yes. And if you are going to read something, please make sure that you read it slow, you enunciate your words. The court reporter needs to take everything down accurately, okay?
My name is Jan Lodermier.
You can sit if you wish, or you can stand, whatever you prefer.
Last name is Lodermier. Currently, I'm 911 dispatcher for Gwinnett County. First of all, I want to thank the court for giving me this opportunity. As a corrections and communications deputy for Gwinnett County, it was my job to keep inmates safe, secure, and hopefully healthy. When Justin Starky was unresponsive in his cell the morning,
15 months later, and she's still in pain. Imagine that. One moment of violence, and her entire career, her sense of safety, gone. In a courtroom full of procedure and legal jargon, this is the part that reminds us what justice is actually trying to fix.
3/29/2024. Sorry.
And that's okay. Take your time. You can take as much time as you need. We have the rest of the morning scheduled for this case. So if you need to stop, you need a break, you can take that time.
My partner and I at the time went into his cell to make sure he was okay, as he was unresponsive. I bent down to touch his shoulder. He didn't really respond. He started to respond. I thought he was going to sit up. He kicked me in my stomach. I went flying back into a cement wall and I fell to the cement floor. It's the last thing I ever expected from an inmate that was playing, in my mind, possible to attack myself and possibly my partner in the cell. As a result of that action that day, my life has changed drastically. There's things I can no longer do. Correction officer is one of them. As my surgeon is concerned, that it could happen again. Maybe yes, maybe no, but after 15 months, the doctors tell me I'm as healed as I'm going to be, which means constant pain, constant numbness, and sometimes tingling down my legs. As for Mr. Starky, my anger is never going to go away. I am not a vindictive person. But honestly,